guys? During Royal Rumble weekend, 2K dropped a new trailer for WWE 2K22. It was a nice sampler for their first offering since 2019, but it didn't give us much really to go on. But they followed up with much more in a new Ringside Report video that includes a lot of gameplay footage, which is shown as the development team at 2K gives viewers a breakdown of changes in WWE 2K22. Now, in this episode of Sports Gamer Show, I'll break down all those gameplay nuggets that were revealed in this video. But before I do so, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now, in this video, several members of the WWE 2K development team provide commentary as a full WWE 2K22 match plays out between cover superstar Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest. There's about 9 minutes of gameplay in this video, and throughout the match, the visual concept team highlights a number of things, the biggest one being the visual overhaul of the game. Priest and Mysterio look as good as ever in the game, and during the match between both superstars, we do see huge improvements in lighting, visual effects. Wrestler likeness is pretty much on point with both Mysterio and Priest. And there's also improved physics of the superstar's surroundings, whether it's the ring ropes, the environment. But I will say this, in some of the, highlights in the video, you do see some superstars where their faces do look a bit off. Charlotte Flair comes to mind, in addition to Becky Lynch. So, hopefully those face scans are improved at launch, but it's something to note, and it was something that was obviously noticeable in the video. Another thing that was mentioned from a visual standpoint are the arenas. According to 2K, there are now over 50 playable arenas in this year's game, which is easily more than any year prior. Additionally, if you wanted to bring back the look of WWE throughout most of 2020, where you had virtual fans, you actually have the option to do that, similar to how WWE operated in real life. Another thing that was noticeable in this video is the dynamic animations. Watching it, you can see many new dynamic animations that take place throughout the match. And this, according to 2K, is only possible through the redesigned gameplay engine that they put together. You notice right away that the superstars look more responsive and easier to control, and each move connects a lot more smoother and more precisely than you saw in the glitch-filled games of the past. Combine this with the redesigned lighting and weapon physics, the game seems to look a lot smoother in action compared to other WWE 2K titles. Other things of note in the video include a new camera view that is different to what we've seen in previous titles. The camera now seems to follow the superstars closer and more frequently than the static cam of past games. It almost looks like you're watching the view of the actual real-life broadcast that you see on TV. In addition to that, there is additional tweaks to the heads-up display as well compared to WWE 2K20. Notice that there are new indicators displaying a superstar's health, them being stunned, and reversals are also displayed during the match as well. Another thing that was brought up in the video was controls. The team dived into the new control engine as well during the presentation, and we can see some of the new controls and attacks in action in the featured match between Mysterio and Priest. A new blocking system, light and heavy attacks, and new grapple system change the way a player controls their superstar, and it's designed to make things easier to use whatever moves you want to inflict pain on your opponents in a match. The three attacking inputs look easier to differentiate and combine to use your superstar's entire arsenal with new moves and individual attacks. You could actually even customize and create your own movesets and combos. This is probably going to be the biggest adjustment for those who have been hardcore WWE 2K gamers, is adjusting to this new control scheme, but it remains to be seen whether or not this will be a change for the better or a change for the worst. Now, speaking of controls, reversals was also brought up as well. Now in WWE 2K22, there are unlimited reversals, so you're not limited in terms of the number of reversals you can do. However, they are harder to execute, according to the folks at 2K. You can't find a stock of reversals in the HUD. Instead, you'll have more moments of reversals out of nowhere that can essentially change the pace and direction of a match. Now, lastly, the Rey Mysterio showcase is something that I'm looking forward to, as this will allow you to play matches throughout the career of Rey Mysterio, who is one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. You'll notice Cyber Sunday, that match between Kane, as being a part of this showcase. The feud with Eddie Guerrero on his path to winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. That match was also on display in this video. So that is something that I'm sure plenty of WWE fans will be excited about when the game comes out in March. Well, that's it for this episode of Sports Gamer Show. What's your take on the WWE 2K22 Ringside Report? I'm pretty excited about the game. The fact that the folks at 2K are promoting the game and being so open and transparent in terms of the game's features tells me that they're confident that this game will be a great one when it comes out in March. But it remains to be seen, right? I mean, they have to earn the trust of the gamers. Past WWE 2K titles have been terrible. So this is an important launch for the folks at 2K. So it remains to be seen whether or not this game will be a huge improvement, one that is able to be compared to the great games like WWF No Mercy and SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, among other great WWE video games.